Good morning, welcome back to Fin Me Up. Today we'll be looking at what I'll be doing with my personal cash on hand in my stock portfolio. We'll also look at Warren Buffett's quotes, the state of the market, threats in the stock market, and then finally my personal conclusion with what I'm doing with my cash and a watch list of a few companies that I'm looking at really closely. So make sure you stay tuned till the end. And also, if you haven't joined the Fin Me Up community, please check the description in the link below to WhatsApp groups, a Telegram channel, this YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed. We've got awesome content lined up. Stock picks, interviews, investing tips, business tips, as well as 2022 stock picks. Stay tuned for all of that. My name is Higgo from Lyon and I work at Fin Me Up. So recently I also posted on my Twitter, but also on the Fin Me Up channel, that I am selling I sold majority of my Tesla as well as some of my Purple Group to lock in some profits. For those who's been part of the Fin Me Up community for a while will know that I've been personally bullish on these two companies, and us as a team has been bullish on a few other companies that performed really well. But this is why this video is important. We've seen insane returns the past 2 years, and that is not extremely sustainable. So let's get into it. Warren Buffett's quotes. Rule number 1 is never lose money. Rule number 2 is never forget rule number 1. Second quote. If you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Quote number 3. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Just listen to that again. Price is what you pay, value is what you get, especially with the stock market currently. Another quote. It is far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. And this is something that I'm really battling with, because there are so many companies that I really love, and I know that they are going to be huge in 10 years' time, and I love what they're doing, the innovation, the disruption, the revenues are growing, everything is growing, but the valuations are just insane. Another quote, I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So just ask yourself, the current state of the market, is there more greed or more fear? Another quote, the best chance to deploy capital is when things are going down. Now, the stock market hasn't been going down for quite a while. We saw that dip last year, March, but it did not take long for that to just disappear and seeing new all-time highs. If you look at the S&P 500 chart, just zoom out and you'll see that from 2009, we've just been in a bull run. We've never seen this long of a bull run ever, and it's just incredible. If you invest in any company in the past 9 years, you would have probably seen a green portfolio. So some of the threats currently in the stock market is, first of all, the uncertainty between inflation and deflation. We've got Cathie Woods speaking about deflation, and then we've got someone like Jack Dorsey speaking about inflation. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. This economic predictions is extremely difficult to make, but we are seeing some inflation in the past few months, so that might happen. And there are some risks with that. Another threat is the high valuations of companies. We're seeing price to sales ratios of 20 plus, 30 plus. For example, look at Unity Software. If you look at their price to sales ratio, the company is so overvalued. But then you've got this theme of the Metaverse and everybody's just pumping it. And I love Unity Software and I want to be invested in Unity Software, but it's just too expensive. And then another threat is bear cycles do happen, and we haven't seen one for extremely long. So the conclusion in everything is just what I just mentioned. FOMO is a portfolio killer. When something is just skyrocketing and you get FOMO of not buying it, it is most likely, not always, but it's likely that you'll end up in tears when you buy something at the peak of the FOMO, just buying something because everyone else is doing it. And we're seeing a lot of hype currently with crypto and blockchain, the Metaverse, genomic, clean energy, overall innovation, So there's so much innovation and disruption going on everywhere, and that's why a lot of investors are investing into, this disruptive innovation. But the thing is, it's going to take time. For example, the Metaverse, we did two videos previously where I also said, I'm really bullish on the Metaverse and it's deemed to happen, but it's not going to happen just in an instant. There's a lot of things that need to go into place. For example, even Nike recently announced that they are getting into the Metaverse and they're partnering with Roblox. Roblox is another one that I'm watching. So just quickly at the watch list, Unity Software is on my watch list, but it's too expensive. I really want shares in Unity Software, but I'm not going to buy it at this valuation. Same with Roblox. Then a few other companies that I am watching for pullbacks. I'm not going to buy them now. Just looking for some pullbacks, and that is Ethereum, Renergen, Purple Group, Facebook. I bought a little bit of Facebook recently. Tesla, Disney, Ellie's, Palantir, Nvidia, and AMD. So just on Tesla and Purple Group as well, is I've been a hodler and I've seen my returns with those two companies, but I'm just taking some profits for potential opportunities that may come. And opportunities do come. Once you missed one skyrocketing rocket, there will come more. You know, that's why FOMO is such a sensitive topic. But these companies have all such potential to grow really rapidly over the next few years, but they are just at extreme valuations. Facebook is not overvalued in my opinion, but you know that they are going to have to throw billions of dollars into the metaverse. So I am bullish on Facebook, but it's a really long-term play, and there are also some issues internally with Facebook. So it is not the safest investment, but from the list I just mentioned, they are probably the least overvalued. But Tesla, you know, we've been posting, I think it was 4 or 5 stock picks on the FinMeUp channels over the past year and a half of buy stock picks. And we've seen more than a 10x from the initial stock pick. But Tesla is, yes, it's just running and running and running. And that's why I just locked in some profits, waiting for some pullback in the stock market in the next 6 months or year. I'm going to be patient. So this is what I'm doing with my money. I'm going to sit on cash for a moment, not rush into anything. I've got a bit of crypto. I've still got a lot of my companies that I am holding on to, but I sold some of my stakes in, for example, Tesla and Purple Group, who just ran extremely hard, waiting for a pullback or maybe even a crash or a dip, whatever it is. But I do believe better opportunities will present themselves in the next 3, 6 months or even a year. So I'm sitting on cash, looking at those companies. There are a few other companies. We are preparing 2022 stock picks, so stay tuned for that. Listen to Warren Buffett with regards to when you buy. You know, do you buy the company for now, or are you willing to own it for 10 years? Where he said if you aren't willing to own it for 10 years, don't even think about it for 10 minutes. Same with price is what you pay, value is what you get. And then the last quote that I will repeat is, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. And we haven't seen a stock market dip in quite a while now. Valuations are extremely high, so just be cautious when trading. Let us know in the comments which companies are on your radar and your watch list, so that we can also have a look into those and also give us a bit of reasoning. Hope you found value in this. Are you also sitting on cash, or are you deploying that cash? I would love to know. Have a great day. Make sure you subscribe. Join the FinMeUp community in the description below and tell us which companies are on your radar. Personally, I'm sitting on cash, waiting for a better opportunity. Valuations are just too high, even though it is companies that I love and that I do believe will be much bigger in 10 years' time. But for now, I'm patient. Have a great day. Cheers.